Good morning, everyone. We had a lot of stuff come out last night. Way early this morning with a lot of data mine stuff. So I've actually got 2 data mine videos planned. So this is going to be the first one. Obvious spoilers will be incoming. Just wanted to make that perfectly clear so that I didn't get anybody upset. But obvious spoilers are obvious because we're going to be covering the new Nohrian Dusk banner that just went live. And we also got some interesting information regarding the next arena units and subsequent data mine for them as well. So I'm going to cover that in a separate video because those are like heavy spoilers. This stuff is already kind of out because, you know, it's the banner's live already, so it's technically not really a spoiler. But the next video I do, which I'll link in the description if you want to see that as well, I'll be launching them simultaneously, so just, you know, if you're interested. If you normally come see the data mine videos, you're going to want to check this one out for sure. So let's get right on into it then. We are going to be covering the Nohrian Dusk banner. That's Ophelia, Nina, Silas, Flora, all of them. Shout out real quick to the data miners over at Game Press because they're awesome and they do great work. And thank you. But all that said, let's get into it. Spoilers incoming in 3, 2, 1. Even though they're not really spoilers anymore because they're already live. Alright, so let's look here. Ophelia. Ophelia looks good. Solid stats. Maybe not as fast as I would have assumed, but that's okay. Reminder, she does have Mistletoe, which grants that special cooldown for each magic ally, and the like. That whole situation was happening. She's got Rally Up Attack Plus, Blazing Light 4, Sturdy Blow 2. I mean, she comes with a lot of stuff. Chill Res 3. Her kit is pretty darn good. I'd say she's probably the second best unit in this banner. And her stats definitely don't disappoint. So at level 40, the assumed stats for neutral, she is a blue tome infantry unit with 38 HP, 37 attack, 33 speed, 20 defense, 23 res. That's pretty darn good, honestly. That's very well rounded. I think Mistletoe has attack of 14. Yup. So at neutral, she's going to hit 51. Whoa. That's pretty good. She's a little bit slower than maybe I would have anticipated. I thought maybe she'd be a speedier mage. 33 is not bad though. And you can always adapt for some of her stats, especially with like a C skill. You know, there's options out there to buff her speed, even if you don't want to change her base kit. Sturdy Blow 2, attack and defense +4 during combat if a unit initiates. 20 defense, so she'll be up to 24 defense. Kind of interesting. Chill Res 3, obviously very strong skill. Overall, Ophelia looks really strong. I'm pleased. I'm pleased with that. I was hoping that her stats wouldn't be outrageous. We just had Lewin, obviously, who is an absolute monster. So I'm fearful of tome units at the current moment. But let's move on to the next unit because we have a lot to cover here. And that would be Nina. So Nina here, she is the infantry colorless bow unit. Not too surprising. Shining Bow Plus is her weapon skill. Effective against flying foes if foes' defense is greater than or equal to foes' res, +5, deals +7 damage. So that's pretty great. Drawback, Moon Bow. She's got Speed, Res Link 3, and then Bow Valor, which is not something that we have a whole lot of. She's pretty solid. So, you know, 35 HP, 32 attack, 37 speed, very fast. 16 defense, and 31 res. Whoa. So this is kind of the spread that I was assuming we'd see. Heavy speed, heavy res, just based on speed res link. Typically the skill slots that they give us during those trailers kind of help us interpret kind of what their stat spreads might be. Or at least the shape of the stat distribution maybe. And very heavy in speed and res, obviously, it makes a lot of sense. She's a solid unit. I don't really have much else to say beyond that. Defense, probably not anything you're gonna want to concern yourself with. She very much seems to want to take on tome units, given her heavy res. Bow Valor's great. It's nice to have a little extra of that. Speed Res Link, obviously a very desirable skill that a lot of people are going to want. So, there's some definite fodder potential there as well with Nina. So I think overall, pretty pleased with her as well. Stats, not really anything I'm too surprised by. Shiny Bow comes with 12. So she'll hit, 46 at neutral attack, which is respectable. It's not anything crazy. But mid 40s, definitely a respectable attack stat at neutral nonetheless. So that said, let's get into probably the most lackluster unit in this banner, and it hurts me to say that the Husbando is just not strong with this banner necessarily. Not that Silas is a bad character, but the kit that he comes with, I guess Slaying Spear is just not something I was super excited about. But hey, he does come with a pretty strong skill slot though, and that gives me a lot of hope, because if there was one unit I'm anticipating getting demoted, it's probably Silas. Probably Silas. I would guess Silas, then Nina. Flora's never getting demoted. That's never gonna happen. But we got Slaying Spear Plus, which is effective against armored foes, base mount of 14. He's got Reposition, Steady Stance 3, and even Defense Wave 3. So should Silas get demoted here, we're looking at a really, really strong skill pool, which is nice. I think probably the most useful fodder at 4 stars belongs to the colorless pool, but this is definitely going to be helping the blue pool as well, when we're wasting a bunch of orbs on those legendary banners. So Silas here, he is a cavalry unit, blue lance. I'm going to specify blue lance because I don't know if they're coming out with new colors for lances or whatever at some point. So just to make the video age well, we're going to say blue lance. We got HP of 40, attack of 35, speed of 24, defense of 36, res of 21. So very, very, very well balanced. Very well balanced. 36 defense is kind of bonkers. But, again, based on the kit that he came with, steady stance, even defense wave, we can kind of anticipate that, he was going to have high defense anyway. I didn't think it would be that high. Because if the foe is initiating combat and he's on an even turn, he's getting plus 12 to his defense, which is kind of insane. So 48 just at neutral. When he gets attacked and on an even turn. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. But hey, I mean, it's good. He's good. The stats are pretty decent. He definitely would benefit from something like a quick repose, which luckily we have that as a the skill attachment there for the final slot, that S slot. I can't remember the name of it. The seal. The quick repose seal. Duh. It's early. It's early, I'm sorry. But, he would definitely benefit from stuff like that. Vantage, the B slot on him is open, which is always kind of a good thing, because the B skill slot is very, very competitive. It is a very, very competitive skill slot. Make no mistake. So for what that's worth, I think he's looking good. Again, he's probably going to be the demoted unit, so that's fine. The downer is that we have to compete with Silas and Ophelia because they're both blue units, and we have to try and summon for them. Yeah. But the benefit is we don't have to really deal with any green units, which is, in my opinion, the worst pool to summon on. Anyway, moving on. Let's get to our last unit here. One that I think everybody was probably the most excited for, and that was... well, maybe not. Maybe Ophelia. It could be a tie. It could be a tie between Ophelia and Flora. Flora, of course, comes with Hoarfrost Knife, which someone in the comments likened it to that of a Yu-Gi-Oh card description. Which then made me think Flora is the most powerful monster in Duel Monsters. And yeah, so anyway, accelerate special trigger cooldown count -1. If unit initiates combat and foe uses sword, lance, axe, or dragonstone, grants defense +20. +20. During combat, and if foe can counter, unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. After combat, if unit attacked, inflicts defense res -7 on target, and foes within 2 spaces of target through their next action. Whoa. Alright, so that's her weapon. We got Iceberg, we got Attack Res Solo 3, which I think is a new skill, Quick Repose 3, and then Defense Ploy 3 as well. And that Attack Res Solo, if unit is not adjacent to an ally, grants Attack Res +6 during combat. So, she likes to kind of be on her own, it seems. And I'll tell you, I was anticipating a low defense stat. 18, given her weapon skill, kind of high. Kind of high, I think. So she'll be hitting 38 defense when her skill activates. Which is insane, right? Can we just take a moment to appreciate how insane that is? Because her res is also 38. What is happening? Alright, so speed is 23, attack is 34, and we got HP of 38. So her HP, defense, and res all have the potential to hit 38. Obviously with that weapon skill and defense. Speed, given that we knew Quick Repose was on her, not really that surprising. The 38 res, I kind of assumed she would have higher res based on Iceberg, but I didn't think it would be that high. Because of the weapon skill. Yeah. And then we have a 34 attack. Which is, you know, it's not bad. With her weapon, which you're definitely going to want her weapon, she is coming with 14, so she'll hit 48, which is pretty high, honestly. Flora is a very, very strong unit. Very, very strong unit. I was thinking the other day, like, what do we have that really hits Lewin hard? What do we have? Flora. We now have Flora. Probably another good option would be like Winter Tharja. But you know, she's a seasonal unit, and we're talking like normal banner summoning pool stuff. And I think Flora is probably a very strong Lewin answer at this point. So you're gonna want to get her. you're gonna want to get her. We're just gonna see Lewins and Floras throughout the entirety of Arena, I think, from here on out. But those are the Nohrian Dusk summon units. That's where I'm going to end this particular video covering the data mine information. And we'll have a second video up covering the next surprise, which is incredibly spoiler heavy, including Garon. I don't know if you noticed, but in the description for the notifications for this, we're going to be getting a Garon. I think he's a Grand Hero Battle, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. I don't know. I don't think he's no, he's not. Tempest Trials is going on right now. I think he's a Grand Hero Battle. I can't remember off the top of my head. But we'll be covering his stats, as well as 3 others. So you might want to check that out. But there will be spoilers. Anyway, that's all I got for this right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. In the comments, let me know how insane is Flora, how unfair is Flora, and how is Lewin going to beat a Flora? I don't know. Let me know who your favorite unit from this banner was. I'll probably be doing my summon session this weekend, so if you've already summoned, let me know how that went as well. Because you know, I could use some good luck. I've been very lucky on banners lately, and I'm getting nervous. If there was a banner to get lucky on, it would definitely be this one. So, fingers crossed. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.